Hello everyone, Friggin' Isan here, and welcome back to another Wistoria Wand and Sword manga chapter reaction video. Two things. Very excitingly, we are about to get into season 2 of the Wistoria anime, and I will be reacting to it. Um, I do try and post anime reactions on my YouTube, but sometimes they don't always go up. So Patreon will be the best and will always get the anime reactions. So if you want those, I will try and get them up on YouTube as best I can. But if you want anime reactions, consider checking out my Patreon link down in the description below. Just $5 a month. But anyway, last chapter, don't right. We got the reveal of what is Whis, and yeah, it's basically Will has powerful bloodline of swords and wands. Which, to be fair, I wands are pretty simple. You know, Will probably just comes from a long line of. I mean, it's not just a line of strong wands. Specifically, a long line of breeding between the swords and wands. Anyway, Uh, but yeah, very cool. We also got some cute Alfaria and Will moments. And yeah, we've set up the next arc. We're actually going to be exploring the world right now. Um, what will we be doing? Who knows? But very excited to see. So let's get into it with chapter 63, Beyond a Regarden. Um, I already did the Patreon thing, but if you're watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing. I hereby order you to take Zeo's stray sword east. Oh, Zeo's stray sword east, beyond the bounds of Regarden, to the great metropolis, Samos. Samos? You want us to go to Samos? Samois? And take Will? Why? Do not ask why. An order from a Magiavander is not to be questioned. Just kidding. Could you imagine? It'd be terribly gush of me to act so out of character in front of my old classmates, especially those your senior. It's been a while, hasn't it? Let's say we celebrate this reunion of sorts with cheap liquor like the old days. Not the kind of invitation one would expect from a great mage, but perhaps fitting for a despicable cheat such as yourself. Even at your seat at the apex of the tower, you are small and utterly hopeless. Oh, nice to see you're as rigid and tiresome as you've always been, Edward. Strangely, it makes me feel right at home. Tell me, how long has it been since I trounced you to become one of the Magia Vander? Cool, so it was him. Find it quite rude that you haven't come to see me since. Oh, snap. Because even a hint of chaos, and I will remove you from this room. I do not recall teaching you to raise your wand at Amagiavander. Oh, teacher. Don't you dare act as if you were ever my teacher. We were nothing but stepping stones to you as you guided him to the top. Oh, Ed, that's a knife. Carry it. I assume you didn't summon us here just to poke at old wounds. There must be a reason why you're giving us this order. Walkner, you've grown to be most so mature. I'm happy for you in a way. Very well, let us move on to the why. We received some new intel from Arvin and our other guests about Goisha. Huh? Alright, I'll talk. Just please promise me you'll save Shade. It appears a separate party of Goisha followers who hadn't participated in the siege on our tower is operating outside of Regarden. Thymos. In addition, we've been told perpetrators of the attack during the all student praxis can be found there, including the mage known as Headless. Cool, so the mage that killed Bruno and the others might be in Simois. Fucking. While the tower triumph over Goetia siege, victory came with a price. The factions don't have the personnel to spare for anything really. So we were selected for this order because we don't belong to a faction. Oh, they don't? Precisely, and because neither the Magia Vanda nor our adjutants will be able to make leave from the tower until things settle, the next best candidates to send on the mission are naturally you three. So they're not part of factions. Interesting. And the Wagner is suspicious, and the reason you want us to take Will along? A wish from Great Mage Aron himself and Finn, in order directly from the Magia Vanda. Yes, they want you to take part in investigating Goetia. Gatia? No, it's Goetia. Okay, well, I'm no stranger to a secret order, but is there any reason why you're asking all of us to come? The factions have little room to part with their higher ranking mages after the attack on the tower, but to prepare for the unexpected, we thought it prudent to assemble mages from e- every element as such. We requested each faction send us one mage. From the Fire faction, Sion, Ice faction, Julius, Colette, Liana, and from the Elves, Wignall. And seeing as the Dark and Wind factions have been all but devastated, Professor Edward and I will fill in those elements respectively. Our light representative, chosen by the Great Mage Aaron himself, will be joining us later. See, we need a Dark and a Wind mage and a Light mage as a part of our group, because right now we only have, like, why couldn't Julius have been one of the other elements? Like, make him, I don't know, oh, to fit Julius, because we have two ice users. I don't know, either that or you make freaking Elfie one of them. No, yeah, because Elfie would count because she's the same age as the rest of our group. Yeah, keep her ice. I don't know. Or maybe she could have been something else, who knows? Light, maybe. But definitely Julius, considering he's the only double up. Who do I think will be the light representative? Probably the girl that scouted Will. I forget her name, but she was undercover. You, Liana, are a special case. We didn't want to leave you all by yourself while the rest of the Thunder faction was out doing whatever it is they're doing. But you were collecting mages from every element, and while Will is from the Thunder faction, he does not. I mean, Will technically covers all of them with his Whis, but Will himself isn't a Thunder Mage user, so keeping Lihana makes sense. In other words, we lucky few just so happen to pull the short stick. I understand the tower is in dire straits, especially so soon after the terminal incident, but to be this short on mages is ridiculous. Well, I think this is a great opportunity for all of us. We get to leave Regarden. It's kind of like a field trip if you think about it. Why do you guys have to be so negative? True. Are they be- are they being Oh, they're not being negative. They're just trying to hide how excited they are that they have been chosen for a special mission, right, boys? Shut up, you broom-headed witch. Okay, that's pretty funny. They're like, oh, fuck yeah, chosen ones. All of the mages they gathered, including myself, have one thing in common: our compatibility with Will and his sword. Clearly, the tower's course of action has changed since the bloom. Curious, do they wish to make him the centerpiece of their power? Either way, I highly doubt Professor Warkner would allow anything untoward to happen to him. Hey, good job, Wignall. Whatever our individual feelings are about the order, we must brace ourselves for the duty we've been bestowed. Well said, Wignall. We'll make it work like we always have. He may find himself in a predicament in the coming days, and I must make sure I am there to aid him. Let's freaking Wignall's like his closest in this group. You know, Sion Sion, I want, because these Sion and Julius are kind of more direct rivals, although they both kind of clash with Will. And I'm not saying, and Wignall is definitely not a rival. Also, why is he drawn like that? He's like drawn super serious. Anyway, I'm just don't know what I'm talking about here. All right then, time to get to business. Is this what I think it is? A map of the world. Oh, okay. Samos, Zibin Island. Obviously, I'm guessing that white circle at the top is the mage, the sky. Spine of the Northern Dragon, Spine of the Southern Dragon, the Frozen Lakes of Belmedith, Alphysgog, Berdilian Hills. Hey, Berdilion. Regarden, Thousand Thunder Runes, Garrison Mount Range, Walking-up Wetlands, Heralis, the Icy Wastes. Where is the Elfland? Are they Teralis? Or is that the Walking-up Wetlands? That looks like a giant tree. Where did the elves live? They live in somewhere. I forget where the elves live. Anyway, I'll check it later. We had a world map in our village, but I don't recall it being this detailed. Wow, this is the first time I've ever seen one. Naturally, ever since the Dwarven Uprising, the tower has made it a point to keep geographical knowledge under lock and key. Oh, we'll be heading east to one of the three great capitals of our world. Three great capitals. So I'm guessing that's each of these marks. Simos, Taralas, and Regarden. I'm guessing the other one is the elves, but I see no unique symbol. The metropolis bursting with bodacious beaches, delicious grub, and gorgeous scenery as far as the eye can see. It consistently ranks in the top two of those best places to vacate before you kick the bucket type list. So make sure you pack your swimsuits, gang. Are we getting a swimsuit chapter? A beach scene? Need I remind you we're going for business, not leisure? If I may ask, how do you suppose we get there? Even if we travel in a straight line, the Simois is still 1,000 kills away from Regarden, a distance that'd be further complicated by the waters of Belmdeth, just east of us. They say no one's ever come back from attempting to cross the frozen lakes of Belmdeth. Not one, everyone who's tried either by air or by foot has gone missing. You don't have to be an ice mage to know to keep your distance from Belmdeth. As you will so delightfully put it, the frozen lakes of Belmdeth are known obstacles for travelers heading east. Up until now, parties had to traverse the mountains in the north or the south to get to their destinations. Those rigorous ranges aren't the best environments for magic, which makes crossing by broom or dragon difficult. Even with all things considered, getting to Simos would take at least a fortnight. So you're going to tell us how we're getting there or not? You're kidding yourself if you think I'll tolerate going on a month-long trek with this bunch. Your orders are usually urgent. Orders are usually urgent. Spending so much precious time traveling wouldn't bode well for the mission. Hold on. What do you mean, up until now? Well, up until now, travelers didn't have the help of a certain big, huge, enormous tower-backed project that just wrapped. To be precise, dwarves under the employ of the tower have recently finished opening a new pathway. The dwarves opened a pathway? I don't get it. Wagner looks happy. Alright, everyone, get back to your rooms and pack your bags. We will reconvene tomorrow morning at the new dungeon station. I wanna go, I wanna go, I wanna go. It's not fair. I want to go on vacation with Will too. What, in what world would it be fine for Maggie Evander to leave the tower while it's in complete disarray? Besides, they're going on a mission, not a vacation. Can't believe you tried to use your clones to get away from the tower. Our entire faction already has its hands full without you making more trouble. Julius, please come back. As long as I'm here, you're not going anywhere. Fine, have it your way. I'll just send a secret agent in my place. Ooh, are we going to soon get confirmation of the Afaria Rusty? Whoa, so this is it? Huh? Dungeon Station? Goodness, this place is incredible. Oh, so they've made a pathway via the dungeon, is what I'm getting at here. Everyone's shocked. Julius. No way, is that a train? Constructions look to be ongoing in places, but still very impressive. Who'd ever thought that this was being built just outside of the city? Judging by how far we've descended from the surface, calling this a dungeon station seems apt. Will, my boy. Dinan, is that you? Looks like you've got the whole gang with you too. Guess the secret's out, huh? We've been digging this tunnel here for the tower for who knows how long now. And it's finally open for business. Next up, Samos. Couldn't have done it without help from our brethren in the east. Hitler. This tunnel goes all the way to Samos. Actually, wait, how did you dig out an entire tunnel in the dungeon? So I take it this is the tower's enormous project? Correct. At the tower's request, the dwarves have been constructing a transcontinental railway here on the first floor of the dungeon. The completion of this project is but one of the clandestine agreements with mages made with them in exchange for permanent settlement. A good many of the dwarves that live in Regarden were summoned here from their homeland of Gara Gazaronzo for the express purpose of working on this railway. And you still decide to have people treating them like shit. Like, this is an important task, maybe give them some slack. And now, a century after breaking ground, this route to the East Samos is now open. It took 100 years to build this. Unbelievable. This faculty's been a century in the making. So let me get this straight. You want us to ride that thing all the way to Samos? Bingo, baby. We're skipping the lakes and mountains and going underground right through the dungeon. Now it's just a hop, skip, and a jump to Samos. We'll be there in no time. Are we ready to shove off yet? I'm getting tired of ready. Tired of ready? Tired of waiting. Hello, Kurtz. Preparing for departure involves more than just shoving off, you fool. The Dungeon Express may be the grandest magic item the Upper Institute has ever created, but it's still in a testing phase. Wait, this entire thing is a magic item? Oh God. It's much more than a thing. It is a masterpiece, a work of art, only a mage of the Upper Institute could ever dream of making. From conception to design, it was all formulated in my head, an act of genius, the likes of which I am positive you imbeciles have never experienced in your wretched lives. This simple and elegant design. The train's body is made of adamantine and is capable of routing any monster that dares stand in its path. The inner workings, of course, are as much a feat of design as the exterior. Allow me to explain it simply in a manner that even you barbarians could understand. Let us start with the magic furnace in the first car infused with energy from a mage or magical. It activates the domain system installed under the car, which deploys a magic circle. This in turn induces mutual repulsion and attraction with the auto-generative magic circles embedded in the rails to give the machine a burst of propulsive power unlike anything that has ever existed. This is an application of the theories of repulsion and attraction discovered by the renowned dark mage Marcus, but even among the greats of our world, only I could develop such an extraordinary idea. Each of the following cars connected to the magic energy conduits replicates the magic circle of magnitude to that of the main card. Does my overflowing brilliance, my immense talent strike fear into your hearts? You may bow down to me, simpletons. Go on, prostrate yourselves before my genius. Anyway, nothing to worry about, folks. This machine moves. That's all that matters. All aboard. I'm so glad I didn't decide to do a standing reaction on my treadmill for that. We're going to be on this thing for a long while, right? Our rooms better be plush. I didn't become a high mage just to slum it. Never thought we'd be riding a train to Samos. The interior is as comfy as can be. Trust me, no one's going to be slumming it. Hey, Will, sorry I'm late. What? Oh, and I guess I should say, long time no see. I think it is Rusty. Also, yeah, Rusty, they're just now finding out Rusty is alive. So let's see how this goes. And by the end of it, will know find out Rusty is an Alfaria clone. Um, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, cool little chapter. Lots of world building. Very cool. Where was it? Garazonzo. Where is that on the fucking map? Not fucking shown. Oh wait, Garazonzo mountain range. Where does the L's exist? Anyway, but yeah, this is a very cool chapter. Basically confirmation, if it wasn't already confirmed before, that Alfaria is Rusty, or well, Rusty is a transformed clone of Alfaria. Alfaria. Um, but yeah, no, this is very cool. Something is likely going to go amiss on this train ride because, of course, uh, I don't know, maybe they make it without any interruptions, at least nothing major. But I highly doubt this train ride is going to be completely smooth. But anyway, holy shit, this is one of my longest manga chapter reactions. Anyway, now yeah, that's it for now. I'll catch you on the next one, and well, you'll probably see my anime reactions before you see the next chapter, considering this comes out monthly. Sag, but it's good that the creator can take that time. Trust me, it's all the better, especially when some mangas take longer breaks or stuff like that because they get sick and stuff. But man, this series is good. Anyway, have a good night, day, evening, whatever, and peace.